Hello everyone, welcome back here. I'm here to discuss about how we can set up the VS Code and what all things needed us to make our VS Code workable with the Salesforce environments. Okay, so first of all, like for VS Code setup, so main route is like we have to set up the VS Code. We have to download it from the Google. So you have to go here and have to type here VS Code. Okay, once you type this VS Code, you will get these kind of links. So hit the first link and you have this, that means you have get this options download. So click on to download it and download the VS Code. Once it get downloaded, look for Salesforce CLI. So need to type the Salesforce CLI, enter it and hit the first link, and you will get the page where you can download the CLI. So it's depend on your OS. Also for in the VS Code also it's code like it's up to you, means it's depend on your OS. So you accordingly you can download it. Same goes where for the Salesforce CLI. Okay, once it get downloaded, what you need to do, you have to set up your VS Code path, sorry, your Salesforce CLI path. Okay, so go to in my case my CS CLI is residing here, so I will be considering my path till the bin because SFDS reside here, and will go to the environment variable and do the will add this in the path. Okay, so in my case I usually prefer to add this kind of path in the system, but here if you see, like, I do not have permissions to add it, so I have added it in the path. Okay, user path, and similarly you can add it wherever you want it. Okay, if you will be adding it at a system level, so that will be common to all user. Otherwise it will be specific to user if you are adding it in the user variables. Okay, now going ahead, now once the Salesforce CLI has installed, go and check whether it has installed and path is set up properly or not. If you will type here sfdx, so you get all the details of the install sfdx CLI informations. Okay, so if you get any exceptions like command is unknown or command not found, so it means like something is wrong with your environment variable. Go and recheck your environment variable. Now go moving to ahead. So like once your CLI has installed and your VS Code installed, open the VS Code, go to the extension and look for the Salesforce extension pack. So in my case it is already installed in my VS Code, so you will get like install options. So it is again a bundle of package. Okay, bundle of package, this packages. So this we can define like this is a set of libraries that help us to develop our code. Either we talk about the VS Code or sorry, Apex, or Aero components, we are for lightning web components. Okay, one more thing, like for the Apex VF pages, lightning Aura components, we used to get options from the dev consoles to create, but for LWC we are restricted to work, means with this VS Code we have to install this VS Code, and then we'll use to get options to create the LWC components, right? So once this Salesforce extension gets installed, you will get options here like install and means like uninstalled. Okay, it shows like it is already installed. Afterwards what you need to do, you will be creating one project. So suppose if you're not able to see this output window, you have to go here, click on view and click on output. Okay, and similarly if you wanted to open the command palette to create your project, so click on this command palette. This is shortcut for this, Control Shift P for and yeah, go ahead to create the project. I wanted to create a project. Okay, so this is the standard. sample pro 2. Okay, I'm creating it, so I will be putting it inside this. Let me go to back. Okay, here sample, in this would be the parent directory. Okay, so click on here, this project will get created over there. Now the second thing is, like, I wanted to communicate my this CVS code with my org. So what you need to do, Control Shift P, type here sfdx auth, type here. Okay, authorize an org. It will redirecting us to it will take us some time to load the second page, so let it do its work. Okay, now it will asking you where you wanted to, like, if you wanted to communicate with sandbox, do this, select this, and like in my case I wanted my communicate my VS Code with my org, so I am going to give my org name this is alias name, any name you can give it. Now it will redirect me to login page. I have to log in here, that will authenticate my user with VS Code. Okay, now see, the authentication is successful. Okay, you will also get the pop-up, the authentication has been successfully done. Okay, now once the authentication is done, like it shows like you are connected with the your org. Now create here one apex class to see that whether you are creating classes here that get deployed to your org or not. New sample class, I'm creating into this directory you wanted. Yes, it will create here only. Okay, now I'm going to deploy it. Okay, select, like I wanted both, deploy to org. This is successfully done. Now if you go here and open your dev console and look for that class, so that should ideally present over here. Control Shift O, see this class we created there. Okay, similarly whatever you will be getting here, that get stored over here. Suppose if you wanted to push from fetch the your org data, so you have to mention it in your package. Okay, suppose you wanted to retrieve your data from your apex, means your classes or any components from your Salesforce org. So what you need to do, suppose if you have created a project, means create project, means not with the manifest file. So what you need to do, you have to firstly create your manifest file with the name, like here if you see options, generate manifest file. So once you click on here, write on your package name, the XML will auto add it. Okay, once you did this, then this file get created. Okay, inside this I wanted, like, along with this was my class, I wanted this class that I have created in dev, in my org through the dev console. I wanted to retrieve it. So what you need to do, you have to mention that everything whatever you wanted it to retrieve it from your sandbox or your environments org, mention over here. And similarly you do, like, you used to prepare the package.xml to retrieve it through the workbench, same will goes here, and click on this package.xml, retrieve source in the retrieve source and manifest from org. Once you do that, if you see, this folder has been updated, the class which I have mentioned over here, that has been retrieved from my org. So this is all about the uh, basic setup and usage of VS Code. So in future, like for the LWC, I'm going to make some videos. So this thing also will come as a first step for LWC, because through the dev consoles we are not able to get options to create the LWC components, but through the VS Code we'll get it. So from here you will able to create your VS Code, sorry, Lightning Web components. We'll discuss in detail in the next video, upcoming videos. So thank you for being patient and listening me. Thanks for that. If you really find it helpful, so please hit the bell, hit the thumbs up, and also if you wanted to get notified from means whenever I uploading my videos or everything, so please hit the bell icons also, if possible subscribe my channel. Thank you so much everyone.